is my 1991 Toyota. Just kidding. It's not a Supra. It's a Cressida. Some people say they're four-door Supra. If you compare it to an NA Mark III, it's basically true. With the constraint that NA Mark III is an automatic. It's slow. Has no power. I consider it to have a little torque because my last daily driver was a D16 non-VTEC EK hatch. So yeah, today we're going to be doing a little review on the car, and that's all this video is about. So if you don't care about a 1991 Toyota Supra, 25-year-old old people sedan, then go to a different video because you'll probably be pretty bored. In this review, I'm not going to be talking about most Toyota Cressidas in general. I'm going to be addressing this specific one. If you want details and facts and everything about the cars in general, just go read a Wikipedia page or some forums. The MX83 Cressida, cult following, popular drift sled. I might be the only one that uses a 7M Auto as a daily driver. Just so stupid. Why would anybody do that? The Cressida is a pretty good car in its time. Electric mirrors, seats, air conditioning, really all the bells and whistles you could get in 1991. Suspension geometry is fantastic. I love the way it handles. McPherson strut front, multi-link rear. It's pretty good. Most people compare it to a four-door Toyota Supra, but it really doesn't have much in common with the Mark III except for the drivetrain. I like to think of it more as a four-door S chassis. I have an S14. I love it. Doesn't really have a lot of space. Can't carry 4 people comfortably, so picked up one of these bad boys on accident off of eBay, and it really is fantastic. It really is. And I use it as a daily driver. I see so many of them get trashed and turn into drift cars, which is fine, you know. I guess in Australia they're a little cheaper maybe. In the United States though, just get an S chassis. Like that's a more cost-effective, and I think the S chassis drifts better personally. It may not be a fair statement since my S14 is more set up for that kind of thing, and my Cressida is stock, so 7M's a good motor. Retorque the head gasket. That was really the only major issues. There was like, the 7M shit, they all blow head gaskets. Well, if you torque it properly, which Toyota didn't do from the factory, it's fine. It's got good pickup. We're on the highway doing about 70 miles an hour and put my foot down and we got some passing power. Not a whole lot, but more than like a D16 Civic. So it's pretty good for 1991. This thing's 25 years old. It's as old as I am, and it might work better than I do. So I think that says a lot to the build quality of these cars. The 7Ms are not known for their sound. I'm not sure they're known for anything except coming in old Toyotas. So I decided to make this exhaust for it. It's just a couple of Jones mufflers and some 304 stainless, and yeah. In the interior we have a personal steering wheel and some car and driver checkered floor mats. The interior on this thing's complete shit, so I got some gray seat covers. I'll turn the camera towards the back so you can see how horrible this thing is. Yeah, oh, look at all the cracks, and no, that's terrible leather. Let's go back to the front. Features a lovely sunroof. It's pretty okay. It's just the same as any sunroof, really. One thing I'll always repair as long as I own this thing is the air conditioning. The air conditioning works fantastic, which is rare for something this old with this many miles. It's just damn good. And I got a little thermostat here on the vent. It leaves the vents, the air leaves the vents at 50 degrees. It's amazing. I love it. On the exterior, the only update and styling I've done is the Volvo 240 lip, giving this ugly duckling a face only a mother could love. Now we have what everyone's been waiting to see, the beautiful 7M, just as ugly as the outside of the car and just as mediocre. The glorious 7M. 3 liters of dual cam Toyota inline 6 glory. Makes like 190 something horsepower according to Wikipedia, the most reliable source on the internet. You can see I've retrofitted a carbon fiber intake from a Mark IV Volkswagen Golf to replace the flexi tube from Toyota. Other than that, everything in the engine bay is factory. Oh yeah, aluminum radiator, that's not factory. Okay, now everything else is factory. Oh my goodness, look at that. What a beast. Can you believe they put a 3-liter inline 6 in this piece of shit? No ABS. The brakes and the Cressida still do their job. 4-wheel discs, you know, single piston calipers on all 4 corners. They're fine. I do plan on doing the Z32 front brake caliper upgrade, just because I have an extra set of Z32 brakes. As far as daily driving goes, the stocks are fine. I can't find a reason to replace them other than I have the upgrade 4-piston calipers just laying around, so. Every crazy Toyota has to have some killer fitment, right? Well, here we have Mark III Toyota Supra saw blades, monster trucking. It's the 90s, man. It's the 90s. It's an automatic. It shifts like an automatic. Has the little power button. It changes the shift points a little bit. Makes it downshift better when you're going up hills and that kind of thing. Does it make the car faster? Absolutely not. So, the sunroof, all the bells and whistles. It's just a good old Toyota sedan, man. There's nothing more you can say about it. So, everything on the car is pretty good. I would change a few things. They never came with the manual transmission in America. This car would be great right out of the box, more than you could ever want from a sedan if it only had a manual transmission. So first thing I would change, put a 5-speed in it. It's on the to-do list. I'm broke right now, so not sure when that'll happen. It's a luxury sedan. Suspension soft but comfortable. I personally would like it a little lower, so I plan on getting coilovers at some point. And factory wheels. I didn't have factory wheels when I got it. I had these very ugly Chrome 18s. Put them on Craigslist, wound up trading them for a multimeter, and got the Mark III Supra saw blades. They fit this car great in my opinion. So other than coilovers, a 5-speed, maybe paint and bodywork at some point, I don't plan on changing anything about this car. If the 7M dies, when the 7M dies, I'd like to drop an LS1 in it, just because I like cars that are fast as shit, and I like cars that don't look fast as shit, that are fast as shit, and this would fit the bill with an LS1, so that would be cool, be real cool. Well, yeah, those are my future plans for the car. I say I'd convert it to a manual, but this Atlanta traffic sucks so much. The automatic's kind of nice. It just not having to think about anything. I can appreciate it in traffic. Yeah, the Cressida, it's really a good car, man. It's a blast to drive. I love it. Handles well, stops well. What more can you ask for? Has 4 doors. You might get tetanus. That's just a risk I'm willing to take. So I guess this pretty much sums up my review of my 1991 Toyota Cressida. It's a fine daily driver, nothing special. Handles alright, has enough torque to be fun around town. If you want a drift car, just buy an S chassis. These do fine, but it's not cost effective.